Okay, in this video I'm going to talk about intuitive people. Some say highly sensitive people, empathic, or empaths, along this line. But it's when they rely on it a bit too much, and they could be wrong. That's what I want to talk about. Okay, I'm going to start off with talking about the reason it's on my mind. I have a neighbor, and not the crazy neighbor, she moved out at the end of December. That whole family did. But I have a neighbor who's, I think he picks up on things that are going on in the neighborhood. He seems especially interested in my home, and he's right that something is going on, but he's wrong with what he thinks is going on. Does that make sense? Okay. Now his assumptions have caused me some, I wouldn't say actually trouble, but being someone who he's being suspicious about, that has bothered me. Because, for one thing, it was none of his business, that kind of, along that line, but just being that person somebody's suspicious of is enough. And like I said, he's wrong. So that's an example of when, you get the feeling something is going on, but it's the wrong conclusion kind of thing. I do want to add something to this. One time, not too long ago, I was making a video, driving it. I was in a parking lot, not this one, and I was parked a little bit away from the store, and I was sitting there making a video, and I looked up, and he drove up, like coming toward me, but on the side. And I'm like, okay, that's just too weird, because I live in a big suburb, and for one thing, and for it to happen at the exact same time, yeah, that was a little weird. So my suspicion is, that he was following me, but I could be wrong. Okay, and like I said, it's on my mind for a reason. He did something recently again. It was about watering plants, watering the lawn, and I was out there watering the lawn. I was actually testing which numbers were the areas of the lawn with the sprinkler system. And the next thing I know, Adam's telling me that this guy told him that there's only certain days that you can water and only certain times. Well, that was not true. So I checked it again, and I checked it because I knew that the water restriction was off years ago. And I checked it, and I said, okay, it says Tuesdays and Fridays, and it said, it's best at this time. But today I went back and checked it again, and it said recommended. Now, recommending doesn't mean you have to do that. So I knew that he was off. Something wasn't right. You see? Okay, this is kind of chopped up here, and I had to delete a clip. But anyway, something I want to start talking more about is, intuitive people, and, give examples of a variety of things. But one of the worries I have is that people think that because they have this, that they're always going to be right, and that, their assumptions are always going to be right, because there can be such a difference in an assumption, picking up the feeling of something that's going on and what it's actually about. Take a look at this. Yeah, wow. I wanted to see this, so. Anyway, it's beginning. I'm kind of distracted today. Can you tell?